So hello, you are on LinkedIn online. Say hello to LinkedIn.
Hello, LinkedIn.
Are we online on LinkedIn? Yes. Okay. Online on Instagram too? Oh, that's good. Thank you very much, everyone. You welcome you to the DP Snipers podcast, Dynamic Positioning podcast. I ask you to send invitation for at least 3 friends to join to this live if this is interesting to you. My name is Louise Engel. I am a Marine Technical Authority and the founder of this podcast. This initiative is sponsored by the Nautical Science Academy with the purpose of converting tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge. It's like someone that know how to ride a bike, explain you how to ride a bike. So throughout this contribution of renowned experts from the offshore industry, we will share this knowledge, but in a light way, in a conversation, relaxed, suave, and modern too. This project aims to preserve and disseminate a high level of technical knowledge, leaving a consistent legacy for the new generations. There are 4 generations in the job market nowadays. Baby boomers, X generation, that's not mine. Yankee generation is my generation after 1980. And the Z generation. With the experience across the generation, we are able to leave a legacy. And this is the best way to leave this legacy for all generations. Your knowledge gonna be shared for 1 day, 10 years, 30 years. I'm gonna be here.
100 years.
100 years. I'm gonna keep these online. I'm gonna keep these on our YouTube. I also ask you to join to our new channel on YouTube, the P Snipers podcast, on our Instagram, the P underline is snipers underline podcast, and also on our TikTok, the P Snipers podcast. We're gonna receive a friend. I remember first time I met you in 2011 at MTS conference in Houston, which was 2011 or 2016.
16.
Oh, yeah, your memory is better than mine. And my guest today, he is a baby boomer. He has a lot of to share. He has more than 40 years experience in the job market. My guest today is Johannes Christian. He's known as Bassa because his name is a bit difficult for the Brazilians. He's about 40% Brazilian too, because he has business in Brazil for about more than 10 years, I trust, I believe.
Yeah.
He's electrical engineer, graduated from one university in Norway. He began his career in 1980, and he contributed to the electrical installation and control system during the early adoption of dynamic positioning in the shipyard. After 10 years, he moved outside DP, but returned in 1994 to found Sebastian, a consultancy focused on marine engineering. As a managing director and later president and CEO, he contributed to drive up initiatives for ship owners, oil majors, and industry bodies. Bassa earned from the MTS-DP Committee Distinguishes Achievement Award in 2024. welcome, Johannes, Bassa. It's a pleasure to receive you here. Your time in Brazil is so short, and I'm really great. So you take your time and stay here with us and share your knowledge for the DP community. Thank you, Bassa.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to meet you, but to invite me here, I'm grateful. And also, I I really think this is a great initiative you've done here, because
Thank
the
you.
industry need something like this, I think.
Updates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. The industry is changing very fast, and the way to achieve the people that is starting is using their strategies. And they always on cell phone, they always looking on YouTube, and why do not look at technical things and things that will make them grow, right?
Yeah, and I tried to make it brief. It was a little bit coincidence that I ended up in the maritime and the oil and gas business, but where I grew up, it was like big shipbuilding society, and also this part of this region of the country, Norway, we had also starting to do equipment, to make equipment for the shipping industry. So I started my career in shipyard, 1980, and stayed there in various positions up to 1991, and then left there before I started Sebastian AS back in 1994. So my first DP system was in 1983. That was a different thing. If you compare to what we are doing today, I think it's amazing. It's amazing to see the development and the evolvement of the industry, the technical side, but also on the operational side. The operational side has evolved similarly much, I would say. So there are now so much more things to consider and to deal with.
Yes.
So I've always thought about DP as technical and operational. You need to understand both parts. So, and actually we both are connected to MTS, Marine Technology Society, and they have put in two more dimensions, which is the process and the people. So it is really, really interesting to have been following the industry.
The industry and the updates. What do you think that changed? I mean, the point that you observed that changed a lot from 1980 to now.
Yeah, let's start with the technical part. In the old days, we had a lot of problems with the hardware. So many problems with the hardware. I can remember, just as an example, the feedback potentiometers for propellers. They failed. Once a week, or maybe once a month if you were lucky. And it was like, you have to replace those potentiometers. Then, of course, we have all the electronics that went from analogous to digital. And then at one stage, it was found that everything can be solved by software, which is wrong, of course. You need to also consider other technical parts.
Like the vertical and the horizontal.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
we were discussing before. We grab a coffee before the podcast, and we talk a lot. And we were talking about the vertical and the horizontal. Can you talk about that?
yes, for sure. Well, I've been working a lot with FMEAs, failure modes and effects analysis, which is analysis of the systems board, equipment and systems related to DP, which is most of the systems on board. So when we introduced back in 2010, approximately 2012, the concept of redundancy groups, then we decided that, okay, we have to split the redundancy group. That is the horizontal separation. That horizontal separation it's actually the key to having a robust DP system. So then we found out some years ago that we are not considering the vertical part. The vertical part is typically the software, because we have so many software systems on board. It is like, you can count up to 5, 6, 7 software systems, which is really into the DP, and how do they work? How do they react to failures? What are the effects?
Yeah.
And this is now into this. Actually, it's a recommended practice from DNV, DP system integration, RP 0684 actually, which is considering these things, and this I think will make a change in the industry in the future. I can see that some of the oil companies, they are pushing this now quite hard. So the DP system integration thing is something that will come up more and more in future.
Our horizontal part, that's our hardware, right?
Yeah.
It's much better nowadays following the world. The computers are much better,
Yes.
and they are building much better hardware. But about the software, plenty failures still come from control logic, softwares, system integration, unexpected behaviors from controllers, and the DPSI means the DP system integration. It's what we are talking about. How do you think that the EBCV2, you can please tell the all the abbreviations here, this could solve those problems? Because the traditional tests use verification and validation test much more harder than the softwares. And how do you think that these two, EBCV2, could go in depth with the integration?
Oh, I can give you a long answer.
That's good.
Yeah. Because the EBCV2 is actually quite comprehensive thing. EBCV2 or EBCV square actually
Square,
is
yeah.
evidence-based, comprehensive verification and validation.
Yeah.
This is something that came out of a JDP between JDP is a joint development project between IMCA and MTS
And okay also, right?
and OGRIP,
Yeah.
plus 4 classification companies,
Okay.
which is DNV, ABS, Lloyd's Register, and BV. And all those set together and prepare this document. This document is just, it's not a new guidance, actually. It's just a collection and a process flowchart on how you should do the
Redefine the single fault tolerance. Can I
yes,
say?
the header is actually single fault tolerance, SFT.
SFT, single
Yes.
fault tolerance.
Yes, single fault tolerance. And to be honest, we don't need guidance. The only thing we need is to keep in mind we should have a DP system that is single fault tolerance. So any faults at any place in your DP system should result in a predictive incident-free operation. So that is the whole idea. And the work group there, they made quite a lot of effort to collect the right things into this flowchart, and it's a good document,
Yeah.
especially if you focus on the flowchart. I think. So the DPSI and the FMEA is part of the. It's a small part in the EBCV2.
Okay.
So that was a long answer.
Yeah.
I can even extend more, but I think
No time. Okay, perfect. Most of people from the DP community, from the ships, people that is getting graduated right now, they are still trying to understand the DP industry. I mean, this is one high level of discussion, and
yeah, it's high level, but it is coming, and it is in time. It's timely. I think the industry is lagging behind what is needed. I think if we go back to single fault tolerance, there's so many things we haven't done, and it is frustrating. For an old man, it's very frustrating. So I would say that we should have done that many years ago, but we didn't. Shame on us. If you want to go into that, I would say start with the flowchart. If you start with the flowchart, that will give you an overview. But of course, then you should read the rest as well. I think it's a good document, and I can see that this is now starting to becoming a standard in the industry, and I like it.
And nowadays we are depending a lot on the data integrity than hardware redundancy. And how prepared we are to detect these and manage those data-driven failures.
I would like to arrest you there. I think we still have a lot of things with the hardware. We can see so many FMEAs, bad FMEAs,
Yes, true.
which has been developed by a lot of strange companies. Not strange, but there are so many bad FMEAs circulating in the world now, and it's really frustrating. And we can see that there are very few um, things that can motivate people to do a good job. So you need a team of people. You cannot do that by sitting in your cellar alone if you want to do it correctly. Of course, you can for a cheap sum of money. You can always prepare something, but in the end, it can be really, really bad. I've seen so many incident reports which say that this failure mode was not considered in the FMEA, which is a total, it's really big problem in the industry. So, sorry, I forgot your question.
Yeah, but it's in the right way. We were talking about the data center.
Oh, yeah. Data centricity. Yeah, that is another thing coming up now, because we've seen that for DP trials, the wording "as expected" has been implemented all over, and everybody has been using that to save time and save money. And then, of course, we can also now see that some of those reports are not accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a big drive now to prepare guidance for evidence-based, data-centric evidences. This means that instead of as expected, you prepare some data. It can be snapshots, it can be trends, it can be videos, it can be alarm list copies, a lot of things you can do that, but this is now coming into requirements from some oil companies. We can also see that, or more precisely, I understand that IMCA is preparing an update on the IMCA M190, and
Okay.
MTS is also preparing a tech op about data center.
Thing that you remember involving data center in incidents that you have experienced. One incident.
About incidents.
Yes,
Oh,
incidents.
We've done incident investigation, and in some cases, no, in all cases, we are gathering evidences, and to gather evidences is not so easy. Sometimes it's really bad, but and you have the synchronizing of clock thing that there are 3 minutes difference between the IAS PMS system and the DP system, and you have other systems involved, and so it's not always available, but we can see that evidences are important to find the cause. We can also see that interviews are not so important. Interviewing the crews.
Okay. Yes.
Because there are sometimes some hidden agenda. They are protecting people, and we can also see that ship owners have a tendency to replace crew without any cause, because they just want to get on hire again. And I think there's a lot of things around incidents.
Yeah. You start the podcast talking about the engineering process, the importance of the design, the operation. And I'm adding the people.
Yeah.
That is my area.
Yeah.
Because I care about them with
Yes.
forces, with training, and also these initiatives for them
Yes.
to let them grow in the area, understand the area.
Yes.
I always tell to my students
Yes.
that to buy your own, go to your course, study by yourself.
Mm.
But please don't take the responsibility from the ship owner to train them. And most of them just train because it's required to do.
Yes.
And this make the crew weak
Yes.
to perform some tasks.
That's right.
And also put them too much in the paperwork and the focusing on the equipment.
Mm.
And if this crew do not look outside of the word,
Mm.
the P word,
Yes.
that is already one bubble, but
Yeah.
a bubble with plenty layers.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
we were talking about this in the
Yes, we
car.
talked about this in the
Yeah,
car.
because we live in a word, the DP word, that's a bubble,
Yeah.
but with plenty layers that are interconnected.
Yes.
And it's like the silos.
Yeah.
The crew need get away of the silo.
Yes. I'm 100% behind you on that one. I could see that, even though my background is technical, I can see the operational parts, I can see the operational challenges, and I can see the commercial pressure, which is always there. And I would say for students or for anybody in the DP world, try to grow. You should always try to grow.
Yes. We have a lot of initiatives. There
Yes.
are some podcasts on Spotify for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
And this also.
Yeah.
Just hear, try to understand, make question. And also I volunteer be here if someone wanna ask something.
Yeah, and there are good articles available on LinkedIn. Actually.
Yes.
So we have friends that produce articles, and some of those articles are really
Really good. Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. That's true.
So and attend the DP workshops.
Yeah, that's this. My mind changed. First time I attend
Yeah.
a DP workshop
Yeah.
at Marine Technology Society 2011.
Yes.
It was one landmark,
Yes.
and my mind opened. I could get out of my silo at that time.
Mm. Yeah.
I was
can-
senior DPO on board the drilling rig,
Mm.
and I could see the industry there,
Yes.
and I jumped out of my silo.
Yes.
This is the message that I want to pass.
Yes. Okay. Should we talk about silos?
I'm talking about people, but also it's important.
Yeah.
All the technical terms and all the technical understanding
Yes.
for them.
And
We are integrated.
yes,
Right?
You know this one, right?
Yes, I know this one.
Yes.
I have on my computer too.
Integrated thinking is
Integrated thinking. That's why.
yes. So and this is so different from let's say any other part of the maritime industry, that you do so much integrated thinking, or more precisely, you should do. We are working now with a ship owner that they have a good organization, but they are thinking in silos.
Yeah.
And I told them, you need to communicate between the silos.
Yes.
The engineering department need to communicate with the DP authority. The DP authority need to understand or get the information from the operation department. And then we have the marketing. They also need to understand DP.
Yes.
Yes.
That's true.
And the top management, should also understand.
The top management should also understand.
Yes. So I believe we should break down the silos and start communicating.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Returning about our technical thing.
Okay. Yeah.
We talk a lot about the failures, the vertical, the horizontal,
Yes.
the integration, the PS integration. And we were talking before also about the RTW, that is the return to work.
Oh, yes.
Remember?
Yes.
So, what the evidence is you usually to take or is required to confirm the return to work after failure?
That's a good question because it requires a long answer again. But
We have time.
okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, we have time.
I was going to say I will not give you the answer, but no. To be honest, it depends. It depends on the failure. It depends on the severity here, and it depends on the ship owner. How good system do they have? And of course, it depends on the client, the oil company.
Yeah.
What do they expect? So I would suggest to ship owners to start to have a process on their own where they define what is needed. And if they have a process like that, and they collect all the evidence and everything, and then they are open to the oil company saying that this is our process. Please let us know if you want a different approach here. If not, we will use our approach and we will do our stuff. But of course,
Yeah, I see. I see your view. That it is
Yeah.
it's very good. I understand your view because the P assurance company, the third party, gonna make the test and gonna give the results. But just as a ship owner is with the contract from the oil major.
Yeah.
And also the internal procedures.
Yeah.
And they should write like one procedure just for these return to work in case of failure.
I've discussed these things with the ship owners, and I could see one ship owner have their own process. They don't consider anything from ship owner. They have the process and they put it onto the ship owner. Another big oil company in Brazil, I think they expect the process, that there is a process in place, and if you don't have that process, maybe you will have
They're not covered enough.
you're not covered enough, and it will be a little bit more stressful
Yeah.
to get on hire again. So be prepared for these things and make your own return to work procedures and processes.
Yeah.
I think that is good. And I've also picked up that there might come a guidance on that in the future, but that is not ready now. It's not started yet, or maybe they have started. I'm not sure about that, but this will probably come in and be implemented in industry. But don't wait for that. Just start, and
Yeah.
you can always adapt.
Yeah. Just here, we talked about a lot of terms, a lot of explanation. in parts that could be searched by the people that is here on live, and also after that we're gonna put on YouTube. My intention is put on YouTube with legends in Portuguese. And if the podcast is in Portuguese, I put in English the legend just to achieve everyone.
Yes.
Just to achieve everyone. And
Spread the word.
Spread the word. I know that our time is finishing, but inside one internal seminar in Houston, we got one topic about remote and autonomous vessels. That's the future.
Yep.
And also how gonna be the verification and validation for the new upcoming events.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably too old to answer that, but what is happening now in Europe is that there are so many initiatives about autonomous vessels, and they are very different, actually, different cases. So we've been involved in some that is prepared for that, and we can see that there are, with those different cases, different ways of doing things, there are different schemes for verification. And there must be, because the concepts are so different. You could think that it is the same all over, but the concepts are so different in shape and form. So you have to approach it differently. But with our background on single fault tolerance, it's actually easy. We can do it.
Yeah.
So it's about what is the concept. It's about how have they built the systems, and is there enough integration between the system? How and what are on the other side after failure? What are the effects? And how do you solve if there's a fire? Should you stop the ship? Should you drop the anchor? How deep is it? What are the limitations? How do you do maintenance? Is the maintenance scheduled for every 3 weeks, or there are so many concepts into this? So it's a really interesting question,
and there are plenty of things to find out.
Yes.
To get together around the world and hear the ideas and hear the knowledge from everyone. A lot of things to put together for the future.
Yeah.
But the future is here. It's already. It's
The
coming.
future is here.
And thinking of.
Let me,
Okay.
Sorry for interrupting you,
Okay,
but
no
I
problem.
was introduced to remote controlled / autonomous project here in Niteroi 2 years ago, which is interesting as well. It was totally different from the ferry part in Norway and the subsea part in Norway. But this is happening now, also in Rio de Janeiro. Yes.
That's good to know that. Thinking about people. Even the maritime academies are using a traditional methodology.
Okay.
The traditional topics for the students. They get graduated for common vessels, and then they make DP courses. So we are not obsolete, but I think it's important to know about vessel. But they just will learn about DP, the industry. What do you think about the training industry that need to start run against the time and put different topics for Generation Z that will take the upcoming events as a remote and autonomous vessel? What do you think that the training industry need to put as a standard to prepare those people?
Uh, that part is not my specialty, but I've been into so many DP workshops, and we have considered what should we do, what should we do, what should we do. All topics at the end of our chart, we have a lot of
Yes.
things, and at the end, there's always training.
Yes.
Have you noticed?
Yeah.
And we think that everything can be solved by training, which is not true, but I can see the value of training in every topic. So don't misunderstand me, but I think what could have been beneficial for the industry is that we made better designs, that the designs are thought through. I mean that the FMEA
Okay.
we do is based on design that was last century. The design should be integrated.
Should we insert at the Maritime Academy topics like automation for deck and for engine, topics as understanding data centry, topics as digital twins, topics about the AI too?
Yes, that's a short answer. But I understand you cannot, as a DPO, you cannot spend 12 months per year studying. You also have to operate. So I think what we have done in industry is too bad because we don't have good design. The operational part is complicated because the design is wrong, and if we have complex operations, then we need more training. So if we had a perfect design system, we didn't need all these guidelines and operational things.
Yeah.
Training would be much easier, and the DPOs would have a much better day-to-day operation.
Yeah, sure. My friend, I'm very happy to receive you here. And you just made a great contribution
Oh, thank you.
for people that is starting, for all generations, for people that want to enter in the industry, for people that is curious in the industry. And your legacy gonna be here with us for years and years and years
In Brazil,
around the world. On our YouTube, DP Podcast, DP Snipers Podcast, on our Facebook, DP Snipers Podcast, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, all the networking. Thank you very much. I really appreciate
thank you. Obrigado.
it. Amigo, obrigada. Muito bom, amei.